In this video, I am going to add these two rational expressions. Adding these two rational expressions is kind of like adding two fractions. So let me remind you of a simple example. Let's say I want to add 2 over, let's say 5 with 3 over 10, let's say. Now, when we are adding two fractions, we need to make sure that the denominators are the same. That means we need to find the LCD. What is the LCD of 5 and 10? Obviously, the LCD is 10. So this fraction already has 10 in the denominator, however, the first fraction does not. So we need to make sure that the first one does as well. And we can do so by multiplying the numerator by 2 and multiplying the denominator by 2, which is basically multiplying and dividing by 2. Now I have on the numerator 2 times 2 is 4. In the denominator I have 10 plus 3 over 10. Now you're comparing apples to apples, the same denominator in both cases, so you could rewrite it as 4 plus 3 over 10, which is, by the way, 7 over 10. And that's how you add two fractions. In exactly the same way, we will add two fractions, but here, however, these fractions are not just straightforward integers, ratio of two integers. Here you have variables. That's the only difference. Conceptually, they are exactly the same. Now I gotta make sure that the denominators are the same. In the first one I have x minus y, but in the second one I have y minus x. They kind of look similar but not exact. So this is what I can do. Look at this, 2x over x minus y plus 2y over, I could factor out a negative 1. That's going to give me x minus y. Why? Negative 1 times x minus y is equal to negative 1 times x, which is negative x, negative 1 times negative y, which is y positive. So it's the same as y minus x. See? So I could rewrite y minus x as negative 1 times x minus y. Now we have the same denominator. We are comparing apples to apples. So I could rewrite it as 2x over x minus y. Then this minus could come up here. It's going to be 2y over x minus y. Now this is going to be equal to following. Since the denominators are the same, we could write x minus y, 2x minus 2y. I could factor out a 2 in the numerator, so that's going to give me 2 times x minus y over x minus y. Now note that this x minus y cancel out. That gives me just 2. So if you add these two factors, rational expressions, you get 2. The same 2. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.